Thanks, Michael. Governor Ron DeSantis says Florida will not comply. He's talking about President Joe Biden's recent expansion of Title IX. Title IX is the name of landmark civil rights legislation that bans discrimination based on education, based on a person's sex.
And Jim, now the Biden administration has added language which bans discrimination based on gender identity in schools. And as CBS 12 News reporter Victoria DeCardenas explains, that's where Florida Republicans are drawing the line. She joins us live now. Victoria?
Governor Ron DeSantis says President Biden is abusing his constitutional authority by expanding Title IX, and these new guidelines are in conflict with Florida law barring biological males from competing in women's school sports. Since the 1970s, Title IX has banned sex discrimination in all schools which receive federal funding. Last Friday, the Biden administration announced changes to the law, banning discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. In response, Governor DeSantis posted this video on social media, blaming the White House for injecting gender ideology into education.
We will not comply, and we will fight back. We are not going to let Joe Biden try to inject men into women's activities. We are not going to let Joe Biden undermine the rights of parents, and we are not going to let Joe Biden abuse his constitutional authority to try to impose these policies on us here in Florida.
Earlier this week, State Education Commissioner Manny Diaz warned school districts not to put any of the updated rules into effect because doing so could violate state laws, including the Parental Rights in Education Act and statutes that protect students' privacy in locker rooms and bathrooms. Aubrey Jewett is a political science professor at the University of Central Florida. He helped develop and teaches a Florida politics course and says the changes made by the Biden administration could be very broadly applied.
Bottom line is we don't 100% know. Will it affect bathroom use? Will it affect girls' sports? But it's possible that it might. And we certainly have seen lawsuits filed on these things already in other parts of the country.
Professor Jewett says if the state is going to fight the Department of Education on this, it could be a lengthy legal battle. But any threat to cut off Florida's federal money for schools probably won't happen right away.
I will say that I don't think that Florida is in danger of losing any money in the near term. As long as this is an active legal dispute in the courts, then probably they wouldn't get money cut back from them.
Well, those new rules are scheduled to go into effect in August before the start of the new school year. So if Florida is going to refuse to comply, Attorney General Ashley Moody will need to get to work. And Professor Jewett says there's also the possibility the rules will change again, depending on who wins the White House in November. Reporting live in West Palm Beach, Victoria DeCardenas, CBS 12 News.